Hello and welcome. Today, let's take a journey together through one of the most powerful psalms of trust and courage, Psalm 11 from the King James Version. It's a short psalm, only 7 verses, but it is packed with profound wisdom about where to place our trust when the world around us seems to be shaking. The psalm opens with a declaration of faith that sets the tone for everything that follows. David says, "In the Lord put I my trust. How saith to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain." Imagine the scene. David is likely facing some serious danger. His advisors, his friends, people who care about him, are telling him to run. Flee as a bird to your mountain, they urge. It's practical advice, isn't it? When trouble comes, the sensible thing to do is to find a safe place, a stronghold, a mountain fortress, and hide. They see the threats closing in, and their immediate human response is to tell David to escape. But David's response is a question filled with conviction. How can you say that to me? Don't you know where my trust is? He's essentially saying, my refuge isn't a physical place. It's not a mountain. My refuge is the Lord himself. This is a radical statement of faith. It challenges the conventional wisdom that tells us to rely only on what we can see and control. David's first line isn't just a statement, it's a testimony. He's already decided where his anchor lies. It's in God. Then, he describes the threat his advisors are so worried about. In verse 2, he says, "For, lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart." This is a vivid picture of imminent danger. The enemy is not just planning an attack. They are ready to strike. The bow is bent, the arrow is on the string, and the attack is sneaky, done privily, in secret, targeting the upright in heart. It's a cowardly and deceitful assault, aimed at those who are trying to do right. This describes so many situations we face. The arrows might not be literal, but they can be words of gossip, unfair criticism at work, betrayal from someone we trusted, or a sudden, unexpected crisis that feels like an ambush. The enemy is real, and the danger feels immediate. It's in this exact context that David's friends are telling him to flee. They see the bent bow and the ready arrow, and their advice is born out of fear and a desire to protect him. But David pushes back, and in verse 3, he articulates the core of the crisis. He asks, "If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do?" This is the ultimate question when everything falls apart. The foundations here can mean many things. The rule of law, social order, justice, truth, the very moral fabric of a society. When these things crumble, when right seems wrong and wrong seems right, what's a person of faith supposed to do? His friends' answer is to run. They believe that if the foundations are gone, there's nothing left to stand on, so you might as well save yourself. Their perspective is horizontal. It's limited to what they can see on earth. If the earthly structures fail, then all is lost. But David's perspective is vertical. He knows that even if every earthly foundation is destroyed, there is one foundation that can never be shaken. And that's where he turns our attention next. In verse 4, the entire scene shifts. We move from the earthly chaos to the heavenly throne room. David declares, "The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men." This is the turning point of the psalm. David reminds himself, and us, that God is not absent or unaware. He is in his holy temple. He is on his throne in heaven. This isn't a picture of a distant, uninterested deity. This is a picture of a sovereign king who is in complete control. While the wicked are bending their bows on earth, God is seated on his throne in heaven. And what is he doing? He's watching. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The word try here means to test or to examine closely. God sees everything. Nothing escapes his notice. He sees the secret plots of the wicked. He sees the fear of his people. He sees the struggles of the upright in heart. He is not just a passive observer. He is an active examiner of the hearts and actions of all people. This truth brings immense comfort. It means that even when it feels like no one sees our struggle or understands our pain, God does. He sees with perfect clarity. Now, David explains what God does with what he sees. In verse 5, he says, "The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth." This is a fascinating verse. God trieth the righteous. He tests us. The trials we face are not random. They are permitted by a sovereign God to strengthen our faith, to purify our character, just as fire refines gold. He allows us to be in situations where we have to choose whether to flee to the mountain or trust in Him. Our trials have a purpose in His hands, but God's response to the wicked is entirely different. The wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. This is strong language. God has a deep, holy aversion to evil and violence. It's not just the actions He hates, but the very person who loves and embraces wickedness. His justice is not blind. He sees the heart, and He responds to it. This leads directly to the promise of judgment in verse 6. "Upon the wicked He shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup." This imagery is powerful and terrifying. It recalls the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah. Snares, fire, brimstone, a horrible tempest. This is a picture of complete and inescapable divine judgment. David is confident that while the wicked may seem to prosper for a season, their end is certain destruction. The portion of their cup is a metaphor for their destiny, their allotted fate. While the righteous have the Lord as their portion, the wicked receive a cup filled with judgment. This isn't about David gleefully wishing for revenge. It's about his unwavering confidence in God's perfect justice. He knows that God will ultimately set all things right. This confidence allows him to stand firm in the face of present danger, because he knows how the story ends. He doesn't need to take matters into his own hands or flee in terror, because the judge of all the earth will do right. And so, we arrive at the final, beautiful conclusion in verse 7. After looking at the chaos on earth and the justice from heaven, David brings it all back to the character of God. He says, "For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doth behold the upright." This is the ultimate foundation. Why can we trust God? Because He is righteous, and He loves righteousness. His very nature is good and just. It's who He is, and because He is righteous, He favors and delights in those who pursue righteousness. The final phrase, "His countenance doth behold the upright," is incredibly intimate. It means His face shines upon them. It's a look of favor, of approval, of loving care. While the wicked face a horrible tempest, the upright experience the direct, favorable gaze of God. This is the ultimate security. It's not the absence of trouble, but the presence of God. It's knowing that His face is turned toward you in love. So, let's bring it all together. Psalm 11 is a masterclass in faith. It teaches us to answer our fears with our theology. When fear saith, "Flee," the foundations are destroyed. Faith replies, "But the Lord is on His throne. He is my foundation." When the world offers us mountains of escape, faith offers us the person of God as our refuge. This psalm calls us to a higher perspective. It asks us to lift our eyes from the bent bows and ready arrows of our immediate problems and fix them on the throne of heaven. It assures us that God sees, He tests, He judges, and He loves. He is in control, even when everything around us feels out of control. So, the next time you feel the pressure to flee as a bird to your mountain, remember David's response. Remind your soul that your trust is in the Lord. He is in His holy temple. His throne is in heaven, and His face, His countenance, is beholding you. The upright in heart, that is our true refuge, our unshakable foundation, and our ultimate security. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring this incredible psalm today. I hope it has been an encouragement to you. If it has, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content like this. May you find your strength and refuge in the Lord this week. God bless.